don't pay attention to the negativity that you have around you. Don't pay attention, right? You know, one of the things I've learned is to get rid of that negative feeling by just working out. Work out. When you feel like shit, you just work out. You just have to work out and just get that shit away from you, because no one else is gonna listen to you. No one else is gonna care about you. You know, when you talk about your emotions and your feelings, like this is very much true. When you talk about your feelings to other people, they don't care. They don't care. That's one of the things I have noticed, right? Because why should they care? You know, if you're lazy as fuck, bro, if you don't like working out, if you don't run, like eventually you're gonna be fat as fuck, right? And no one is gonna listen to a fat person, right? No one is gonna respect a fat person. Now imagine a fat person who was crying about how he feels, about how shitty he feels. No one cares because he's fat. But when you have negative emotions, the best thing you can do is go run, because you'll feel good after, and then you feel good after, and then you'll get a benefit of like, oh, I got increased cardio now. Or if you do 5 push-ups when you feel like shit, don't go rambling and say, oh, I feel like shit, oh, blah 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 to people. Don't do that shit. Just drop down and do 5 push-ups, you know. And then the things that people will see that, oh, this dude's stronger, this dude's buffer. I wonder what the fuck he's doing. You know, it's like he looks cool. He looks like he doesn't have any problems going on in his life. He doesn't look like he has any, bad shit going on in his life. Look at that dude. He's buff and strong. But the reality is, every time you feel like shit, you feel like crying, you feel like doing like just crying and shit like that, you just drop down and do 20 push-ups, and then you don't feel like crying no more. You feel good, right? You can't go to anybody and cry, because they'll just ignore you and they won't respect you, right? You gotta work out, because that's the only thing you got control of. I don't know what the person is gonna think of me when I go out there and they see me crying and crying and crying. I don't know what they're gonna think of me. They probably like leave, probably like, oh, get the fuck away from me, leave my life. They won't say it to your face, but they'll just stop talking to you. They'll stop listening to you. That's one of the things I learned. You know, control your emotion. That's one of the hard things. Control your emotion, and you're good, right? I've been working out consistently, and it's one of the best things that happened to me, because I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive guy. I get in my feelings a lot. I get too emotional. I'm a sensitive guy, but just because I'm sensitive doesn't mean I should be fucking telling the whole world like what I'm going through and shit like that, man. Just drop down and do 5 push-ups, drop down and do 20 push-ups, and that's pretty much it, dude. We all have feelings, we all have emotions. Just drop down and do push-ups. That's it, man. And people will see that. People will see your body change. People see your body, get stronger, and you get stronger, and they'll naturally want to be around you, but you gotta keep, doing the same thing, drop down, do 20 push, because no one else is gonna love you, right? Until you love yourself, right? You gotta love yourself. You gotta do the push-ups, because like no one loves you enough so they can hear your problems and just listen. No one loves you enough to listen. No one loves you enough but you. So like you have to do it for yourself. Like no one else is gonna put you number one, right? No one is gonna put you number one. So you have to love yourself. You gotta put yourself number one. And when you feel like shit, just drop down, do 20 push-ups, work out, do whatever, and you're good, right? Because you gotta be delusional to think that people love you. You gotta be delusional to think like people care about you. You gotta be delusional, right? People don't care about you. You got to care about yourself. When you care about yourself, you will drop down and do those 20 push-ups when you feel like shit, because you don't want to feel like shit all the time. You don't want to feel like shit all the time. So whenever you feel like shit, you drop down and do 20 push-ups. That's a form of self-love, and you'll feel great. And then you just do 20 more push-ups because you feel great, right? That's how you truly love yourself. And that's what I've been learning. That's what I've been doing. No one is going to love you. You have to love yourself.